there, comic book fans, I'm John Andersen, and I just watched Season 3, Episode 1 of Gotham, and it was pretty good. It's nice to be back, got some new digs, and we got a bunch of new Marvel and DC TV shows coming back, as well as a bunch of new videos, more details at the end of this video. But, of course, if you guys haven't seen Season 3, Episode 1 of Gotham yet, keep in mind I'm going to be going through key plot points from the episode, so if you haven't seen it, here is your spoiler warning. And there it goes. Right off the back, I love how they catch us up on all the many characters that we've seen throughout this series, and everybody has their chance to shine here or there. Obviously, the first person that we reconnect with is Jim, who's been trying to reconnect with Lee, who in a very cliche fashion is already moved on in a sense, which I thought was kind of cheap, but at the same time, they didn't really tell us what happened to Lee and Jim's child, which I'm assuming will factor in the later half of the season. Which leads Jim back to Gotham, where he takes on this bounty hunter-esque persona, where he's hunting down all the people that escaped from that Indian Hill car crash at the end of Season 2. Now, the first 3 episodes of the season have the subtitle Mad City, which I think means that this idea of these creatures escaping from Indian Hill is going to be wrapped up by the end of the 3 episodes. Because I don't think any of these creatures have any real significance to the Batman mythos, except for a slight teaser or Easter egg to Man-Bat, or he could have just been a vampire-esque character. Now, who's leading the charge of this Mad City? No other than Fish Mooney, who was a character I didn't really like in Season 1 because they pitched her as a straight mob boss and made her more ridiculous as the season progressed. But now that we're starting her off already as a crazed cartoon character, I kind of buy into her antics a little more than I did in Season 1. And it's apparent that nobody wants to get the Fish more than the Penguin, who, again, is my favorite character in this series, who, in my opinion, was kind of underutilized in this episode, though he did have a shining moment when he addressed Gotham to the great threat that was Fish Mooney. And it seems that Penguin's going to have his hands full this season with this Barbara Keene Tabitha female mob ring, which, what a surprise, is my least favorite part of this episode, because it's apparent that the only reason Tabitha was still alive at the end of last season was so they could do this storyline, because once again, we don't know what to do with Barbara, so we just make her crazy, which I guess I could buy into, but given the reputation that she's had through this series, I can't be too excited. And in the midst of all these familiar characters, we actually get introduced to a new character, Valerie Vale, who I'm assuming is the mother of Vicky Vale, famous reporter from the Batman mythos and the love interest from the Batman '89 film. But I'm assuming Valerie Vale will be more of a love interest for Jim in this series, given their partnership and chemistry throughout the episode. And how can we talk about a Batman show without mentioning Bruce Wayne, who, like Penguin, was very underutilized in this episode, except for one standout scene where he calls out his executive board members to find the person in charge of the Court of Owls, who obviously gets the message and leads to Bruce getting captured by the end of the episode. Once again, I really like the underlying chemistry between Bruce and Selina, despite the fact that she's working once again for Fish Mooney, as she did in Season 1. And given Selina's friendship with Ivy Pepper, I think we're going to finally get the transformation of Poison Ivy this season, which I'm a little hesitant about because I'm not crazy about this child actor. I don't know if I could take her seriously as an opposing villain like Poison Ivy. Finally, I want to touch on the clone of Bruce Wayne, which, to be honest, when I saw him as the cliffhanger for the end of Season 2, I thought it was pretty ridiculous. But I am a little intrigued that he doesn't know who he is. That kind of takes away the automatic impersonation of Bruce Wayne, which is the storyline I was expecting. So maybe this could bring something a little bit different to the series, but it also has the chance of being very convoluted very quickly. So that's my thoughts on Season 3, Episode 1 of Gotham. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the season premiere. And as I promised in the beginning of the video, I got a ton more videos coming your way. I actually had a local comic book writer, John Rapp, send me a copy of his graphic novel, Electromagnetic, which I'll be doing a full review very soon. I'll leave a link on the screen or in the description below. And tomorrow we have the season premiere of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for Season 4, Episode 1, and Afterthoughts video coming on that as well. And as always, guys, if you like this video, you can follow me on Facebook at John Ryan Andersen or on Instagram and Twitter at The Comic Look. And remember, guys, as always, comics do deserve a second look.